Hi everybody, Kevin McNamara here. Welcome to the Inspired Healing Podcast. This is a podcast for those looking to change their lives. They're prepared to get out of their comfort zones. They want to reach their true potential. We have inspiring guests who have done all that. They've healed themselves, got out of their comfort zones, gone on to live amazing lives. We talk about the Stoics and the Stoic philosophy and really every topic in the personal development niche. And we've just launched our 123 Meditation Club membership program. We present 5 live meditations a week. The link is down below in the show notes. Come and join us there. And please support our sponsor, mealfan.com, the world's best food delivery service. Link is in the show notes. Let's go inside. Morning everybody, it's Kev here. Welcome to the Inspired Healing Podcast. Coming to you from the basement car park of where I live. So today I wanted to talk to you. I listened to Bob Proctor last night. I'm always listening to Bob or reading something he's written, or such a life changer, that guy. And he was talking about where we're all at. This was recorded back in May when he did this. And he'd been in lockdown for weeks and, couldn't get out. But he's got his studio in his house, which is great. Anyway, he's talking about where we're at and how we can go down one of 2 roads. And it's entirely up to us which road we take. He says we can go down that road where we're always listening to the news, listening to the negative part of life. And that's what news is. That news is always looking for a headline, something to sort of grab people's attention, that clickbait, something that usually is going to scare them. They just take the most simplest of things and make it, put fear in people's lives. So that's one road you can go down, and that road leads to worry and doubt, certainly in the present situation where we're at. A lot of worry, a lot of doubt. And what that worry and doubt leads to is fear. And if we're fearful long enough, that's going to also lead to anxiety. And when we're anxious, and we're anxious for too long, then that leads to depression. You can just imagine the amount of mental health problems going on at the moment around the world, where probably 70, 80, 90% of people are just living in fear. And the other road you can go down is one of understanding. And the first thing you need to understand is where you are, because most people don't know where they are. And when I say where you are financially, where you are relationship-wise, family, all that kind of thing, your job, you have to know where you are. I mean, if someone took you, blindfolded you, stuck you in the middle of a desert, you had no idea where you were, and they told you to walk to San Francisco, for example, you wouldn't have a clue where to go. But if you knew where you were, then you could say, right, well, I'm here, San Francisco's over there, I've got to start heading in that direction. But if you don't know where you are, how are you going to do that? So the first thing you need to do to get away from that fear and that doubt and that worry, that anxiety, is to know where you are. Where are you financially? Where are you in your business, your job? Do you know what you're doing? And then you work out where you want to go. So you have to have an understanding of your whole situation, what you're doing. And once you have that, you can then plan to where you want to go. But if you're stuck in fear and doubt and worry, you're not going to go anywhere because you've got no idea where you are, you're listening to the news, you're believing everything they say, and you're living in fear. So once you work out who you are, once you work out where you want to go, you know where you want to go, then you've got to have that faith. Then you start looking at the world a different way and you start thinking, okay, this is what I'm doing, I've got to get a picture. You get a picture in your mind and you write it down, you set some goals, and you see that vision every day in your mind and you work towards it. You have faith. Now, what's the one thing that both faith and fear have in common? Well, they both require you to believe something that you can't see. Fear, you've got this fear, but what is that? You can't see it. It's just an emotion in your body. It's not something you can touch, but you have this fear and you believe something bad's going to happen, but you can't see it. So you have to believe something bad's going to happen, even though you can't see it. And what's faith? Faith is believing, having faith in yourself that everything's going to work out fine. You can see a future. You can actually see it in your mind. But they're both things that you can't see physically. So they're both the same. So what are you going to choose in your life? Are you going to choose fear or are you going to choose faith? And as I say, that's the way to faith. And it was just a great lesson from Bob last night, Bob Proctor. I highly recommend you look at some of his videos on YouTube and just look him up on Google. And if you haven't heard of him before, definitely worth following. I think he's 86 years old now. I've been around for years and years, worked with the likes of Earl Nightingale years and years ago, back in the 40s, 50s. But he's such a wise man and so fit and healthy for an 86-year-old. He's unbelievable.
and got so much wisdom. So I highly recommend you go and check him out. Amazing guy. So that's my kind of story for today, is just, you can go down one of two roads in this current so-called pandemic thing. And if you believe all the newspapers, you believe, the governments, then you'll be living in fear. And eventually you're going to have anxiety, and then eventually depression. That's how it works. If there's worry and doubt, that turns into fear, and the fear turns into anxiety, and eventually the anxiety will turn into depression. Or you can go the other way, work out where you are, decide to make this the best time of your life ever, work out exactly where you are, what you're doing, where you want to go, plan for it, see it in your mind, and have faith, and believe that's going to happen, and start working towards that. So it's fear on one side, faith on the other. It's your choice. We all have a choice in this. It's your choice to decide what you want to do. And I know what I'm doing, and I'm hoping you're doing the same. I've got to say, the last few days I've stopped watching the news altogether. I was being dragged back into it a little bit because it's really, it's tough where we are in Melbourne here. We're in stage 4 lockdown. This is 8 weeks now, which is just crazy. But I found that the more I was watching the news or just sneaking a little peek at it, the more angry I was getting. And I had to sort of get rid of that. And I've stopped watching the news now, focusing on business and relationships and all that kind of thing, and feeling far better. So it's your choice. Go down the fear road or go down the faith road. But like I say, take that on board. It's your choice. You can live in fear or have faith in what's to come. See it, believe it, know it's going to happen, get excited about it, get emotional about it, because the law of vibration is vitally important. It's far more important than the law of attraction. The law of vibration, you have to feel it. Feel that success coming. Feel that person coming in your life that you want to manifest. Actually feel it. And feel this whole pandemic thing going. It's gone. And you're living the best life ever. And you will. Have faith. Don't have fear. See you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.
I really hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you did, please subscribe and leave a 5-star review. It really helps. Share it with your friends and your family. And please check out the 123 Meditation Club membership program. We go live 5 days a week with meditations. Give yourself the gift of less stress and more peace. The link is down below. Thanks for listening.